Take a gentle breath in, my darling, and slowly let it out. Allow yourself to arrive here in this moment with nothing to fix and nothing to prove. You are safe right now. You are supported right now. You are allowed to let your shoulders soften, your jaw relax, your chest open just a little more. You have been carrying so much in your mind, and for a while, I want you to put all of that down. This is your time, your space, your sanctuary. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where your path has guided you. And from here, a new way of thinking can begin. Feel the surface beneath you, holding your body. Feel that you are supported without effort. Your breath is moving in and out without you forcing it. Life is already taking care of so much for you. You are safe to relax into this. As you soften into this space, let your awareness gently rest on the patterns of thought you have been living with. Without blame and without criticism, you are simply noticing. You notice the little thoughts that say, "It's hard for me." You notice the subtle thoughts that whisper, "Opportunities are for other people." You notice the inner comments that question whether you are worthy, whether you are ready, whether life can really support you in the ways you long for. These thoughts are not bad or wrong. They are just familiar. They have been with you for a long time, like old companions. They grew from earlier experiences, from what you were taught, from what you believed about yourself. Now, as you relax your body and breathe gently, you see them with new eyes. You begin to understand that these thoughts do not define you. They are simply habits, and habits can be changed. Place a soft hand over your heart if you can, and notice how it feels to give yourself just a little tenderness. You do not need to fight your old thoughts. You do not need to battle or push. You simply offer yourself kindness. You might say within yourself, "I see you. I see how you protected me. I see how you tried to keep me safe by expecting very little." And as you say this inwardly, you release yourself from the harsh judgment that says you should have known better or you should have thought differently. You did the best you could with what you knew, and now you are learning something new. The part of you that used to brace for disappointment is now invited to rest. The part of you that used to assume things wouldn't work out is now invited to be soft. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to change the way you think about yourself and your life. Notice how it feels in your body when you say to yourself, "I am not broken, I am learning." Feel your shoulders respond, your back loosening just a bit, your stomach easing. For so long, you may have felt as if life was happening to you, as if you had to wait for luck or chance. But now you are beginning to wake up to the power of your inner world. You are realizing that the thoughts you practice become the climate of your life. The thoughts you repeat become the invitations you send out into the universe. When you dwell on self-doubt, the world appears filled with obstacles. When you dwell on self-worth, the world begins to look more supportive. Right now, in this very moment, you are gently shifting from one climate to another. You are learning to dwell in a new inner atmosphere, one where you are deserving of ease, deserving of opportunities, deserving of a life that feels rich and meaningful to you. Take another soft breath in and let the exhale carry away a little bit of tension from your neck, from your chest, from your mind. You are not forcing anything, you are allowing. You are allowing a new idea to take root. The idea that life is not closed to you, the idea that doors can open, the idea that you are worthy of being chosen, worthy of being seen, worthy of being offered beautiful possibilities. You do not have to strain to make this happen. You are simply opening your mind to the possibility that your inner dialogue can be different. When you wake up, you can greet yourself with a loving thought. When you face challenges, you can accompany yourself with a voice of kindness rather than criticism. Each loving thought is like a small light turning on inside you, and as your inner light grows, you begin to see paths and openings that once were hidden in the dark. Let your attention drift to the way you speak to yourself about your capabilities. For a long time, you may have told yourself that you are not skilled enough, not wise enough, not connected enough. These thoughts create a world where you feel small and powerless, but you are far from powerless. You hold within you a magnificent creative energy. You hold within you the capacity to learn, to grow, to take gentle steps forward. Begin to introduce a new thought. I am capable of learning what I need to know. Feel how that thought lands in your body. Perhaps your chest feels a little more open. Perhaps your breathing deepens. This new thought does not demand perfection. It simply allows growth. The universe loves growth. The universe responds to willingness. When you think in ways that affirm your ability to grow, you begin to spot little moments of support you never noticed before. You might start to observe how life whispers to you, a word you hear, a message that stands out, a gentle nudge inside that says, "Try this." These whispers were always there, but old patterns of thinking were too busy repeating fear to allow you to hear them. As you choose kinder thoughts, as you choose thoughts that say, life is supporting me even when I don't yet see how, you become more sensitive to these quiet invitations. Your mind becomes less tangled in worry and more available to notice what is aligning for you. You begin to think in terms of possibilities rather than limits. You begin to ask, how could this work out for me, rather than, why would this never work? This simple shift in the way you think begins to alter the way opportunities reveal themselves. Lay your hands gently in your lap or by your sides and allow them to rest. There is nothing you need to grasp onto right now. There is nothing you need to chase. Wealth, in its true essence, is not about struggle and stress. It is about flow. It is about being in harmony with the generous nature of life. When you soften inside, when you release the inner grip of fear and scarcity, you become more aligned with that natural flow. You begin to think thoughts that match abundance rather than lack thoughts like, I am open to being supported. Thoughts like, good things want to come to me. Thoughts like, I can trust my path even when I do not yet see the whole picture. These thoughts have a different energy. They are gentle yet powerful. They tell the universe that you are ready to be met with grace. Feel how your body responds when you hold the thought, I am worthy of ease. Perhaps your breath drops deeper into your belly. Perhaps your chest feels less constricted. Your nervous system begins to regulate as you give yourself permission to believe in your own worth. For too long, you may have believed that struggle made you more deserving. You may have believed that you had to be exhausted to be worthy of receiving. That is an old story. You are allowed to write a new one. In this new story, your worth is not measured by how much you suffer. Your worth is inherent. It comes from the simple fact that you exist. Because you exist, you are worthy of support, worthy of opportunities, worthy of thriving. As you think from this truth, the way you move through the world naturally begins to change. Let your mind explore what it feels like to think from a place of sufficiency, not pretending, not forcing, but gently leaning into the thought that there is enough time for you, enough space for you, enough avenues for your gifts to be expressed. When your mind rests in sufficiency, you stop bracing against life. You stop expecting to be shut out. Instead, you begin to feel as though there is a place for you at the table of life. This feeling changes the way you walk into rooms, the way you speak, the way you notice chances to grow. You become less afraid of missing out and more aware that the universe can guide you to what is truly aligned for you. When you think like this, you do not cling. You allow, you do not chase, you receive. Your thoughts are like gentle instructions you give to your inner world. When you continuously tell yourself that nothing works, your inner world contracts. When you gently tell yourself that life is finding ways to bless you, your inner world expands. Right now, you are learning a new language, the language of inner abundance. In this language, you do not criticize yourself for past choices. You bless your past self for surviving. You bless your past self for doing the best it knew, and you bless your present self by offering it a new way forward. You can quietly affirm within, I am growing into a mindset that attracts good. Let this thought echo softly in your mind. With each repetition, your inner soil becomes more fertile for wonderful ideas and opportunities to grow. Take another slow breath, letting your ribs widen slightly, and then release. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breathing as a reminder that you are connected to something larger than yourself. The same intelligence that keeps your heart beating and your lungs expanding is the intelligence that moves the tides, grows the forests, and guides the seasons. This intelligence is not against you, it flows through you. When you think thoughts that are aligned with trust, with gratitude, with openness, you begin to flow with this intelligence instead of resisting it. You begin to recognize that every small step you take in the direction of self-love is a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Allow your inner gaze to rest on the concept of deserving. For a moment, notice if there is any part of you that feels uncomfortable with the thought, I deserve a life that feels abundant. If discomfort arises, breathe into it. You are not arguing with it, you are soothing it. Perhaps, long ago, you were taught that wanting more was selfish, or that goodness was scarce. Now you are gently teaching yourself that your thriving does not take from anyone else. There is more than enough spiritual and material abundance in this universe. When you accept your own deserving, you become a beacon of what is possible. You begin to think thoughts that say, it is safe to let life support me. It is safe to grow. It is safe to succeed. These thoughts are pathways along which opportunities can travel to reach you. Relax your forehead, soften your eyes, unclench your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your whole face ease. As your physical tension melts away, your mental tension begins to soften too. In this softened state, you are more receptive. You can form clear inner pictures of yourself, living with ease, with fulfillment, with the joy of being supported. You see yourself waking up with a sense of purpose, moving through your day with calm confidence, noticing how life meets you with helpful ideas, with supportive connections, with steps that feel aligned. These inner pictures are not fantasies to escape into. They are energetic blueprints. They show your subconscious mind what to look for, what to welcome, what to recognize. When you think and feel as if support is natural, you start to notice where support has been quietly present all along. Your mind is a garden, and every thought is a seed. Some of the seeds you have been planting for years were seeds of worry, seeds of doubt, seeds of expecting the worst. This is not a reason for shame. It is simply what you learned. Now you are becoming a conscious gardener. You are choosing your seeds. You are choosing to plant thoughts of worthiness, thoughts of capability, thoughts of openness. You are planting thoughts such as, opportunities are arising for me, and my gifts are needed, and the right paths reveal themselves to me at the right time. As you think these thoughts, you water them with your attention. You feel in your body what it might be like if they were true. This feeling is like sunlight, helping these seeds to grow stronger. There will still be days when old thoughts arise. That is all right. Old seeds sometimes sprout too. When you notice them, you do not need to panic. You can smile gently the way you would at a child who has not yet learned a new skill. You simply remind yourself, this is an old thought. I am learning a new way. Then you consciously choose a thought that supports you instead. This is not about forcing yourself to be positive when you are hurting. It is about honoring your feelings and then guiding your mind toward a perspective that keeps you open to solutions rather than shut down in fear. Each time you do this, you strengthen a new pathway in your brain. You strengthen a new energetic stance, one of openness, trust, and calm receptivity. Feel the space inside your chest. Perhaps it feels tender. Perhaps it feels tight. Perhaps it feels surprisingly light. Whatever is there is welcome. As you breathe into your chest, you can let a gentle thought float through your mind. My heart is learning to trust life. This thought is like a warm hand placed lovingly over your heart. It does not demand. It reassures. When your heart feels safer, your mind feels freer. When your mind feels freer, it begins to notice creative ideas, subtle inspired impulses, and quiet inner guidance. These are some of the ways the universe speaks to you. When you think from a place of fear, you often doubt or ignore these whispers. When you think from a place of trust, you become more willing to act on them step by step. Wealth in your life is not only about numbers, it is about flow, freedom, a sense of being supported by life. When you think thoughts that are filled with tightness and dread, you restrict that flow. When you think thoughts that are filled with appreciation and openness, you expand that flow. You begin to see wealth in many forms: the support of a kind word, the arrival of a new idea, the timing of a helpful opportunity, the peace you feel when you know you are on the right path. As you appreciate these forms of wealth, you align more deeply with the energy of abundance. You tell the universe, I notice, I am grateful, I am open to more. Gratitude is not a performance. It is a natural response when you recognize that life is already giving to you in many ways. Allow your belly to soften. Let go of the impulse to brace. Notice how much of your life you have spent in that brace state, waiting for the next problem, expecting disappointment, preparing for rejection. That old way of thinking made sense when you were trying to protect yourself. But now, those same patterns are blocking the very experiences you long for. You are learning to set down your shield. You are learning to stand in the world with a softer, truer strength, the strength of knowing that you are loved by life itself. When you think from this strength, your decisions change. You choose paths that honor your worth. You gravitate toward spaces where you feel valued. You say yes to what feels aligned and no to what drains you. These choices create openings, and in those openings, opportunities can appear that match who you really are. Every time you affirm your worthiness, even silently, the universe listens. When you say within yourself, I am ready for good, the energy around you rearranges in small and large ways. People come to mind. Ideas arise. Circumstances shift. You might notice that what once seemed like coincidence begins to feel more like alignment. This is the law of attraction gently at work in your life. You are not forcing the universe to obey you. You are aligning with the universe's natural response to your dominant thoughts and feelings. When you make your dominant inner tone one of trust, self-love, and openness to prosperity, you naturally begin to gravitate toward experiences that reflect those qualities. Think about the days ahead, not with dread, but with a soft curiosity. You do not need to know exactly how things will unfold. You only need to tend to your inner field. You can wake and gently choose thoughts that feel like fresh air. Thoughts like, today I am open to being guided. Thoughts like, Today, I notice the ways life supports me. Throughout the day, when old worries arise, you can pause, take a breath, relax your shoulders, and choose again. Each time you choose again, you're training your mind to think in a way that makes opportunities visible rather than invisible. You become the person who notices doors where others see only walls. You become the person who recognizes a path within what once felt like a dead end. Take another gentle breath, allowing it to fill you, and release it slowly, as if you are exhaling old, stale beliefs that no longer serve you. In their place, you are breathing in new, supportive beliefs that you are guided, that you are capable, that you are worthy of a life that feels prosperous. You are not begging the universe. You are partnering with it. You are aligning your inner atmosphere with the kind of life you want to live. This alignment is not a one-time event. It is a loving daily practice, and you are capable of this practice. You are capable of meeting yourself with compassion again and again until it becomes natural. As you continue to relax and listen, feel a quiet joy begin to awaken within you. A joy not based on anything outside of you, but on the simple knowing that you are changing at the level of thought. Even if nothing on the surface has shifted yet, something profound is moving inside you. You are no longer seeing yourself as a victim of fate. You are seeing yourself as a co-creator with life. You are understanding that your thoughts carry power, and you are choosing to wield that power gently and lovingly. This understanding is wealth. This understanding is an inner treasure that will continue to enrich your life no matter what circumstances you face. You may notice that as you think more lovingly about yourself, your body responds with more ease. Tension lets go more quickly. Rest comes more deeply. Clarity arises more often. This is all part of your energetic alignment. When you are in a state of fear and self-criticism, your energy becomes scattered and heavy, and the path ahead feels confusing. When you are in a state of self-acceptance and trust, your energy becomes clearer and the next steps seem more obvious. Opportunities that fit you have space to approach. You do not have to chase them desperately. You move forward with steady, aligned steps, and they meet you along the way. Let your spine be supported. Let your body lean into whatever is holding it. Feel that you do not have to hold yourself up alone. This is a symbol of how your life can be. You do not have to carry everything in isolation. The same universal intelligence that breathes you is able to organize circumstances, to bring the right people, to deliver the right ideas at the right time. Your role is to maintain a loving inner state as often as you can. When you notice yourself drifting into fear, you come back kindly to thoughts that soothe you. I am not alone. Life is with me. I am open to being led. In this state, your mind is like a calm lake, and in that calmness, you can see the reflections of new possibilities more clearly. Wealth, for you, will express in many beautiful ways. It may be experienced as freedom of time, as creative fulfillment, as a sense of safety and support, as material comfort, as generosity you are able to offer to others, and much more. When you think in ways that shrink you, you limit these expressions. When you think in ways that expand you, you become a channel through which more goodness can flow into the world. You start to feel that receiving is not selfish. It allows you to live more fully and to give more freely. As your thinking becomes more loving toward yourself, abundance ceases to be something you chase and becomes something you allow. Notice now how your body feels compared to when you first began. Perhaps the changes are subtle, but they are there. A little more softness, a little more space, a little more peace. This is what happens when you flood your inner world with thoughts that say, you are worthy, you are supported, you are guided. These thoughts are not empty phrases. They are powerful, energetic realignments. They bring you into harmony with a universe that is fundamentally creative and generous. From this harmony, your outer life can begin to reorganize itself in ways that surprise and delight you. You are learning to think like someone who expects good, not because you believe life must be perfect, but because you know that even through challenges, you are held. You are learning to think like someone who trusts their own value, who recognizes their own gifts, who is willing to say yes when life offers something wonderful. You are learning to think like someone who knows that opportunities are not rare accidents. They are natural responses to an inner state of readiness and alignment. As you hold this new way of thinking, opportunities that once passed unnoticed begin to stand out. You catch them with a calm hand and an open heart. Stay with your breath for a moment more. Feel the quiet. Feel the openness. Feel the newness that is taking root inside you. From now on, as you move through your days, you carry this new inner stance. You are kind to yourself, you affirm your worthiness, you trust that the universe is always arranging paths of support for you. You let your thoughts become softer, more spacious, more loving, and as your thoughts change, the way you see the world changes. The doors you notice change. The way opportunities find you changes. You are doing beautifully. You are loved. You are capable. You are worthy of a life that feels abundant, supported, and free. Let that knowing settle into every cell of your body. Let it become the gentle melody beneath all your thoughts. You are worthy. You are supported. You are open to good. Rest in this truth. Breathe in this truth. Live from this truth.